Alright. Let's get all of our cheating in order for the Lumberjack games.
What does the reduction bomb do?
That one makes enemies smaller so that Bentley can kill them easier.
Oh, that's funny. How did you possibly defeat me, Yugi? It's called cheating. Man, did you ever play with Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yes, and I was going off of the rules as established in the Duelist Kingdom and Battle City arcs, which meant that I had a very strange idea of how the game worked.
Yeah. You know, I wasn't able to beat someone fair and square, but I did win by making them run out of cards. That was kind of cool. I'm surprised they don't do that more in the anime. Then again, that's not very interesting, and I almost threw up in my mouth.
That lighthouse is the conduit for collecting the northern lights.
This freaking lighthouse.
We need to shut it down, or the silo battery will
Up, down, up, down. You have to deal with this thing a lot.
So, you want me to go in there and bust the thing up? Sounds like work for Murray.
Actually, this job will require all three of our skills. The front door is locked, and you're the only one capable of climbing up to the hatch on top. Once inside, sneak down to the ground floor and let us in. We'll help you finish the job.
All right, see you on the ground floor.
See, at least this one makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, this era of gaming, like, between this and the Deku Leaf and Wind Waker, it was funny to think how common that was. Although, now we're back at it again, so...
I mean, it's just a very convenient thing to have for open world games.
Yeah.
Think about it instead of just dropping like a rock.
I am excited to have... I got exactly what I wanted for Spider-Man 2, which Miles Morales has a squirrel suit, so it's going to make it much easier to get around. Golden
I know that, but
chalice.
let me get this bottle real quick.
Oh, I was thinking about our conversation the other time about how glass being green, and I remember there is a reason for that. So glass may be transparent technically, but when you get total internal refraction, where the light bounces back and forth infinite, like pretty much indefinitely, the main color of the glass comes out, which is green. So mirrors are often green. Which doesn't actually explain the glass, but, you know.
And I knew most of them.
How do you sharpen an ass? No, I kid. I know he said axe.
Does sound like it, though.
Mm-hmm. Fry, No, is it? Leela, can I ask you a question? Oh, you mean ask me a question. I didn't understand your old-fashioned accent. Oh, man. Futurama's been very hit or miss, this new revival, but I'll take what I can get. I'll take hits if I can get them.
Just let me at that Northern Light attractor. It'll be slag in minutes.
Not quite that simple, Murray. I'll reverse the energy flow from the control computer while you lift the main circuit breaker. That should give Sly a short window of opportunity to climb up the power lines and overload the system from the top.
Up, down, up, down. They should put an elevator in this place.
So, I completely forgot that the point of going up here is to use the central power lines, and I just started climbing it up normally.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, you can see the power arcing.
We can't keep this thing reversed.
But I mean, there's nothing to stop me from just, you know,
Yeah.
going over here.
This is heavier than it looks.
Did you ever see Men in Black 2?
I think so.
The
Maybe not all in one sitting.
the janky old-fashioned reverse neuralizer, having that ball spin in a circle around Agent K, Reminds me of this
Yeah.
thingamajig spinning in a circle. Oh,
So
that's
this is what you're
that's
supposed
cool.
to do from the bottom.
I like this.
They're throwing dirt at me.
Yeah, you never want your
least
return
I
trip
hope
to
it's
be
dirt.
the same as your first trip in game design.
Yeah.
That's why Wind Waker was cool, because it had a lot of cycles.
Collection mechanism is overloading.
I think we should all run.
I think I actually should have done the Murray mission first. Would have cut down some of the backtracking up this tower.
I cannot remember what the Murray mission even was.
In the briefing, Bentley said that it was. Oh, and I brought back this world loot, this booby trap
Oh, nice.
world
That's handy.
loot. Bentley said that it was to destroy the oil mains.
That's right.
But we got to do some more hacking.
If we can trust Murray's informant, that's the silo with the battery hidden inside.
To prepare it for travel, we'll have to drain off its northern light
Oh, hey, it
energy.
did some more of that
By attaching a
slow
boat's
pan
grappling
out.
hook to the top of the silo, we should be able to deplete power from the battery.
Murray's in position to help throw you out onto the boat.
Once on board,
Seems to be a lot more
I'll hack into
teamwork
its
in this
steering
part.
controls and move the vessel close enough to fire its grappling hook.
Okay, I'll climb on top of the silo and attach the hooks.
Makes sense from a
How many
narrative
grappling
position.
lines will it take to drain the battery?
3 should suffice. Once the first line's attached, Murray and I will commandeer another boat. You should stay in position.
Finally, I get the easy gig.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, Sly does a lot of the heavy lifting, it
I'm
would
all
seem.
set to throw you to that boat. These
He does
days,
the
my
really
aim is
dangerous,
impeccable.
sneaky stuff.
Now to hack the steering controls.
It's time to DDoS attack a boat.
More or less.
I can't even remember what DDoSing is, but I feel like it's something
Direct
to do.
denial of service.
Ah.
I have more health than you have ships.
Yeah, that's how I felt playing Paper Mario, going back through the Blitzville like arena, and I'm just like, wow, my defense is so high, I literally can't be hurt. This is embarrassing. Like, I almost feel like the game wants you to come post game, but to be fair, I did overlevel for the Pit of 100 trials, so.
Heading into position.
Oops.
I'm already on top of the silo. Shoot the grappling hook up to me, and I'll make sure it gets
Yeah, I'm all
attached to the
good
battery.
to overlevel in RPGs. Sometimes I do it too much. I think I sabotaged my first playthrough of Persona 5 doing that.
Oh, you never want to do that in the first playthrough.
I was terrified that I might be put in a position where I just can't continue.
Right.
So yeah, I spent about 200 hours on that first playthrough when base Persona 5 should be no more than like 110.
Frankly, I'm of the opinion of half the fun of an RPG, the first round is like, I mean, you know me. I'm notorious for accidentally underleveling. I just don't care. And as a result, the game is a lot harder than it has to be, but sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it's not.
Hence why I like save editors. So in Chain of Memories, I set my EXP to the max and then did one fight and immediately went up to level 99.
Not nice.
Because who cares about Chain?
Yeah. That's kind of how I want to. If I play through Kingdom Hearts 1 again, I want to do a basically New Game Plus modded playthrough where I'm just wrecking shop the
Hey,
whole
all you
time.
have to do for that is a save editor.
Not to mention, there's, I don't know, getting the dodge roll immediately would be nice.
Oh yeah, you can edit your ability list as well.
I like the design. I noticed that each place has different designs for their, like they're the same little red tanks, but we have these new green enemies.
Yeah, they try and throw in a new enemy like every time they go back to the hacking mini game in each world. Like we had I think the orange ships before, and
yeah, break that,
that
firewall.
boss.
Kind of reminds me of Metroid Fusion's Various Suit SAX, or not SAX, giant Core X fight with the little mini X's you have to like destroy.
yeah.
I didn't realize that the pseudo screw attack is like super excellent for that one, and also
Oh, really?
yeah, like because basically, you don't take a ton of damage, but it allows you to just run into it and you'll start destroying the things one by one. But there's also the fact that there's something to do with like you can get inside of the sprite and get to its hitbox and do a lot more damage. Like I don't know, that game has extremely bizarre hitboxes of like your arm cannon has a specific point where it does like way more damage if it's like not exactly point blank, but like mostly point blank. I don't know. I wish more Metroid games did that, honestly, because it gives you a little bit more of a reason not to just shoot from the
I was
distance.
wondering what happened to that guy.
Aw.
Guess he just prefers to be frozen.
I kind of like that, bringing back the thing with
Yeah.
the mammoth.
I don't want to live in this world anymore. I don't know. I wouldn't mind being cryogenically frozen if it was foolproof at some point
Yeah.
in the future. Although, maybe my tune will change when I have a wife and kids, but yeah, I don't know. It's hard to think about that stuff sometimes when just not there yet. Well, we are getting some chugging. How many terminals are there? 3?
3.
Yeah, it's usually 3. I'd explain why this part is so long.
Yeah. This, in contrast to the second half of Chapter 6, Chapter 7 has some jobs that kind of drag on. That's even after I had to edit out quite a bit.
I don't know why this made me think of this, but would you ever be interested in... I know you don't enjoy Mario 64, but would you potentially...
I wish I could.
But would you potentially... Yeah, I mean, that would be... I wouldn't mind doing...
I just can't grapple with the controls.
Yeah.
They're a bit too primitive.
I wouldn't mind switching roles, doing a Let's Play like that, where I play through it.
Oh yeah, if you
Yeah.
played through Mario 64 and I watched, that's fine.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, you may not enjoy playing it, but boy, it would be fun to find somebody else besides me who locally knows or would want to try their hand at, like, ROM hacking it. Because it's amazing what you can do these days. I don't know. I just don't know how, like, all these Simple Flips competitions where it's like, yeah, I didn't have that long to make this. It's my first hack, and I'm just like, how did you make this so fast and so well? My gosh. I don't know. Some people are just good at that stuff. And the battery's draining.
With the battery chamber empty,
Yep.
we'll be all set to
I wonder where all that energy is going, because, like, is it dissipating into the water?
Probably.
'Cause otherwise, those boats are going to get real hot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
So there's some foreshadowing right there with that eagle swooping down. And we're just short.
I mean, this thing's collecting northern light energy, which is mainly high energy muons, so technically it would be really potent battery. Then again, you can't really store... anyway. Yeah, it's weird. It's cartoony science. Well, seeing Murray.
Now it's time to to go a little bit less science-y and more. Let's piss off a bear.
If we're gonna get an eagle egg, you'll first have to destroy all the local oil mains.
It looks pretty sturdy.
There's a rare
Murray is
sentence.
strong, but his fists can't punch through metal.
No problem. See that old bear down there? His name is Grizzle Face. The guards ignore him because he's blind and practically nerve dead.
Aw.
Except for his sense of smell. If that old guy smells fish,
I mean,
there's
at
no
least they're not
stopping him.
like, you know, messing with him. They just sort of let him do his thing.
I mean, messing with a bear seems like a bad
How
activity.
can I lure him around?
Bentley's taken up a post along the river. He'll keep tossing bombs into the water, and the fish should get blown sky high. Plenty should land near
Ah,
the
redneck fishing.
So you want me to throw a fish at the oil main so that old Grizzle Face will knock him apart?
That's the idea. You might even try throwing fish at the guards. Might improve their odor.
Oh.
Just casually sick a bear on these guys. Whatever they've done, they deserve to be ripped apart by an animal.
Yeah.
Nice work. Trot old Grizzle Face over to the next oil main by luring him with fish.
If only we could get a stick with a string with a fish on it and ride Grizzle Face. I was very disappointed that neither Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild let you stable a bear. Gosh dang it. Don't let me ride the bear if I can't name my bear and keep it. It's too cool not to.
They didn't even let you keep the skeleton horses.
Yeah. Heck. I mean, you could set the bears on fire and ride them, but you can't stable them? Make up your mind on how complex you want this to be. Also, I don't
so
recommend
I kind
that.
of messed up here.
Oh,
So I was
Yeah,
like,
the-
okay, so he'll take out the guard.
but
and
it
he
doesn't
attacks.
take out the...
He hit
Oh,
the
he
oil
did
main
hit it.
once.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, okay, we're done. No, he has to hit it twice.
Oh.
So I'm going to have to head back here later.
That water wheel reminds me of an invention I wanted to build as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It's because sometimes I'd be by train stations a lot, and I was like, what if they had a thing with a stick with a battery on it that spun, and you stuck it out as the train passed by, and it spun the thing, and you could use that to charge the battery, but that would be very incidental, and I don't know, you'd probably be able to get it up pretty fast if you had a good flywheel in there, though, since trains have stupid amounts of momentum. Yeah, I don't know. The idea of using water to generate power by just spinning something so funny to me. I mean, that's how
That's all
nuclear reactors
energy
work,
generation is spinning things.
right? Yeah, which is a shame,
Bear can run pretty fast. He's on the way.
because I feel like if we could figure out how to directly get the, like, electron energy in a, like, even a nuclear fission sense, we could get just an astronomical amount of power, since so much is wasted through all the, like, different steps. Oh, well, maybe someday. And that's a fish. Get ducked. Just stomps fish into the ground. Man, it's a good thing. Is just Bentley running back and forth from the creek to.
No, he drops the bombs and
Oh, it's
the
raining
fish magically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I guess a couple of them will fall near you.
Ah, there's the one that needed the second tap.
Yep.
Boy, for guys trying to protect the environment, they're really mucking things up.
Now that the oil lines
Yeah.
are full, Sly's all set
Ah.
for a paragliding job off the lighthouse.
Murray's belly.
So yeah, this
button
is
looks
why
too
I
low.
said that I should have done Murray's job first, because we got to go back, get Sly, and go back up to the lighthouse again.
Whoa. Thanks to the power of editing, we don't have to worry about that mistake.
Or my first one on this mission, I edited that out.
You'll need to enlist the help of the giant Canadian eagles. Their nest is out on that iceberg. Steal one of the eggs, and then bring it safely
Man,
back to the
I'm
safe
surprised
house.
that's even part of the level.
Yeah. So this mission is a little finicky, which sucks because the finicky part is a little ways into it, so a failure is like, oh jeez, I gotta do it all over again.
With the oil mains all destroyed, the pent-up combustible materials have just caught fire.
I see. The updraft created by the flame should give me
So not
some
only are
extra
we destroying
altitude.
oil mains, we're also setting fire to the oil. Aren't we on the side of nature here?
Well, here's the problem with that is, have you heard of the, like, there's like an underground oil, like, thing that's constantly on fire due to, like...
Oh yeah, the gateway to hell. It was natural gas. They thought it would burn itself out in like
No.
a couple of hours,
But
and it's still going.
there's also, like, a lake of fire made out of oil somewhere. So, yeah, it's like, that was not smart. But, yeah. Reminds me how in Africa there's a natural... It's the only in existence a naturally forming nuclear fission reactor. It's weird.
Yeah, and we've got like a geologic time thing of how it moved, which is not very far.
Yeah. It always makes me wonder, like, had Earth rolled a different resource distribution, how different our technological advancement might be. Like, say if natural, like, fossil fuels weren't around a lot, but there was, like, a ton of, like, something else, like uranium or something. I don't know. I don't know. World building's kind of something I like to look at on YouTube, and it's weird to think about. Well, it's a good thing these updrafts are visible.
Yeah, and you have to take them in this very specific order all the way around, and now we get to the part that's finicky and kind of unintuitive.
We're level with the ionosphere right now.
Watch out for those eagles, they don't look friendly.
They do not.
So look at how far to the side I have to go.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So yeah, I'm just gonna skip past all of that repeat stuff.
How many attempts do you think this one took you?
This was 3. So there was one where I didn't quite get that, oh, I need to go around all of the thermals in this order. And then there was that failure, and then finally this one.
So you got here, but how the heck are you going to get back?
There's a convenient set of stepping stones on the water.
Excellent job. If you could get that eagle egg back to the safe house, we'll be all set for the lumberjack game.
It's weird. It seems a lot closer now that you're just on the ground. Although I guess you did go diagonal
The paraglider
down.
drops you a lot more than you think. And we had to shift to the side quite a bit for those eagles. So
And
we
you
didn't go
started
as
really
far out
high
as you
up.
think. Yeah.
An outhouse. What do they call it, an outhouse, when you out in the... No. Not the Garfield... John having a stroke Garfield meme. You know, I kind of wish that, like, ring pops are a thing, but I wish they had... And I know this would be a huge choking hazard, so you'd want to market it towards adults maybe or something, but I wish they had ringless ring pops, where it's just like a candy
I had a
gemstone.
ring pop somewhat recently, and eating it was kind of awkward.
Yeah. Like, as a kid, it's great, and you don't mind how sticky and disgusting your finger gets as you're just drooling all over it, but as an adult, you're like,
Lumberjack games are upon
this
us.
isn't fun.
Now, despite Murray's study of the log chopping guide, none of us are skilled enough to beat John Bison at his own
Well,
game.
he's got, like,
So,
that.
though it pains me to say,
He's actually not going to use
We'll
the
have to
clockwork tail feathers for this. He'll use a
Murray,
standard axe.
you'll
Oh, he has
participate
some
in the
honor.
power log chopping competition.
I mean, it's
This is
pretty
a good
hard
score,
to
and then let Bison up for his turn.
have plausible
While he's
deniability that
chopping,
it's
I'll
fair
sneak
if you're
the
using the
eagle egg
clockwork
into his
tail or
trousers,
talons.
And the protective parents should disturb his axe swings.
How are we getting
that's
these
why we got the
pictures
egg.
now?
Given your ascension
That's a
skills,
good
I'd
question.
sign you up for the ice wall climb.
Bentley's
You'll keep
very good at
Bison from
Photoshop,
beating your score by pulling him off the wall with some nearby grappling lines.
which I'm sure
And
no one will
finally,
notice.
I'll represent our team in the log rolling competition. With my knowledge of rotational mechanics, we're sure to get a stupendous score.
Yeah, log.
And I'll be in charge
Logarithm.
of
That's
Bason's
funny.
logs, so he has no chance of beating it. If you guys are ready, I say we head out and show these meathead lumberjacks what we're made of.
I kind of hate that logarithms and algorithms sound similar, but they're not all that related. I think.
They're not really.
Okay, guys, let's head down there and win those talons from Jean Bison.
He's never seen us, right?
He is not really.
Because I'm like, Bentley is just going to go for it and just not disguise himself in this competition.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. We humble
But he'll still put on a voice for no reason.
Participate in your lumberjack games.
Think you got what it takes to win the Clockwork Talons, eh? Well, I'm sure.
I also want to point out that we are the only participants other than him.
Huh.
Much
That
obliged,
is weird.
partner. We'll just take our positions for the competition.
Enjoy the moment while you think you still got a chance. It's as close to winning as you'll ever get.
I like that he has black scleras.
It'll be a power chopping contest.
Ah.
Not like anyone's ever gonna beat my record, but let 'em try.
Oh, no.
So this is actually not a timing thing, it's just a number of axe swings thing. So as long as you don't mess up, you're fine.
Okay.
Bad, Hippo. But watch and learn as I destroy that log without even breaking a sweat.
One swipe.
Okay, Bentley, you're on. Plant the eagle egg on Bison, and the angry eagle parent should swoop in and throw off his axe timing.
So did
Okay,
you...
so this is the absolute worst part of the entire game.
Oh. Yeah, how are you supposed to... You can't even, like, see it. Also, is that supposed to be, like, spilled eggs on the ground?
Yeah, that's the egg falling and breaking.
Oh, the death montage. That's awful.
Yeah, and we're also timed.
Yeah, like, there's no... Like,
I don't know what... I kind of oscillate back and forth and just keep moving and hope that it works, but I really don't know how they expect you to, like, actually do this. It's, like, mostly luck. I don't know. This part sucked, as you could see from
Yeah.
the fail montage.
Yeah. It seems like there isn't any of them showing them now.
Yeah, they give you mercy on the ice. And one last failure just because this game hates
I
me.
think paying attention to it based on that montage, I think it shows up in specific spots. It's not random.
Maybe.
So
maybe it's specific intervals.
It's like a just memorize it, you ass. I don't know. It's just awful. I hate when games do that.
I didn't see much pattern, honestly, when I was doing it over and over again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like, what, 14 tries?
Mm-hmm.
I think you better rethink them scores, boys. What you intended to give me was perfect tens, right?
I couldn't believe that I didn't really remember that part being as bad as it was.
Let's see how you handle a vertical wall of ice.
Man, this reminds me of the fact my brother liked to do snow camping or ice camping, whatever, and scouts and stuff. And I'm just like, how is that fun? Like, camping's hard enough when it's warm out, but camping in the winter sounds miserable.
So I got a little impatient here.
Yeah. So how are we cheating at this event again?
We're pulling him off the wall.
Ah, right. Oh, no. It's like that game Wipeout, but less cringe.
Pretty good for a scrawny raccoon. Now, watch and learn as I demonstrate the art of power climbing.
Use those grapples to hook onto
Oh, that wasn't
I'm
subtle
not
at
going to
all.
ask why those were in outhouses.
Mm-hmm.
pull him off the wall.
So yeah, this part is also awkward, but at least it's manageable. But the timing is really tight.
Yeah.
You have like, you know, maybe 2-3 failures. And that should have connected.
I noticed when you hit a button, it seems to recall faster.
No, you launch it, and then if it misses, it comes back. I do remember failing this as a kid a lot, and seeing him victorious at the top of a wall.
I wish more more games had a failure state that like showed a little bit of the villain's victory. Oh, ow.
It seems you have pulled the wrong cards again. Did I ever tell any of you the story about the judge from last year's competition?
Yeah, this job just in general is awkward and not great.
Other than 10? I see we're tied with only one event to go. Unfortunately for you, I've saved my best event for the last. The spinning log competition.
How are they spinning?
Okay, looks easy enough. I just need to stay out of the water.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, and if you guess wrong as to which two are going down, it's not fun.
Yeah. You ever tried doing this in real life?
No.
I have vague memories of doing something like this as a kid. Probably like not in water, but like at a playground with something similar. They remind me of Swiss cake rolls because I have an eating disorder, but you know, they do look delicious. And as for what that disorder is, I'd like to quote my old boss, which is, he said he had bulimia with Alzheimer's. That is to say, yeah, but...
You're one lucky turtle, I'll give you that. But now, watch how a skilled log roller does it.
This is crazy. John Bison's got those judges so intimidated, there's no way he can lose.
You're right, Murray. Those guys need to go. Okay, I'm just making this up on the fly, but what if I were to lure the judges one by one into that cave? Once inside, you two will knock them out and take their clothes.
Ingenious! When all three judges have been restrained, we'll be able to don our disguises and take their place at the judges' table. Sly, you can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the
If we tried to
judges
start
and lure
the
them
job
into
without the alarm
cave.
clock gadget, it would stop us and say,
I see.
maybe you should get it. Don't know why, but maybe you should get it.
John Bison finishes the log rolling event, the gig is up.
We're gonna go from biased judges to biased judges.
Yep. And somehow, yeah, we'll see in just a second. Also, I believe that there is a gadget that's like a super alarm clock with a much bigger range that you can get by putting in cheat codes.
That's cool.
So I think that helped out a lot with this.
I enjoy.
It's really not hard.
I enjoy cheat codes that are like that, where it's like, it's in the game, but you can't, you can't unlock it. Ah, cough.
Also, we ripped off his beak.
Oh gosh. Reminds me of that show Duckman, where he gets a beak job to look cooler. That show was weird. But I do kind of enjoy it. It has that 90s disgusting grunge.
I wonder how the game planned to account for if you run out of special meter for this.
Maybe you just fail because you didn't treat your resources good enough.
Maybe, and then you start over and you have it all back.
Or maybe if you run out, it just resets it. I don't know. Be interesting. That alarm clock looks upside down. Oh, like the timer clock. Looks like the feet are supposed to be bells. They look ridiculous. You know, you could have made it plausible deniable and given him 9s.
Judges about the consequences for incorrect scores. Wait a second. You aren't the judges I hired.
Hey, to John Bison's credit, he sees through the disguises almost immediately.
Yeah.
If you want the challenge, then why don't you just take them?
Oh my gosh.
So that should have killed all of us.
Yeah, or at least Murray and
Oh, my aching
one of them
head.
looks like they didn't get
Those
hit.
talons really pack a
Yeah,
punch.
Bentley was still standing at the end. I think that was an animation error.
Murray, wake up!
Yeah, I'm awake, but not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Where are we? What's going on?
This looks like the sawmill control room. Bison must have thrown us in here for interrogation later. I, for one, would like to escape before he returns.
It looks like we're pretty well sealed in here. Unless
Unless what?
you can fit through that hole.
Oh no.
I think I could squeeze through there. I'll drop down and try to free you guys from the outside. If there's any trouble, I'll call with this walkie-talkie.
Where did he
Might be
get
able to
that?
help me with these sawmill
He's a
controls.
turtle. You
While
can store
you
plenty
guys
of
do
stuff in
that,
his shell.
I'll try prying open that steel door. Given enough time, I might be able to make some progress.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Bentley. And remember to shout if I can help you from up here.
Oh, I wish they showed him going in the hole.
Bentley, you okay? I can't see you from in here, but I heard the fall.
I'll be fine. Just give me a moment
Ah.
to catch my breath.
Oh, this is unique.
Well, now, Candy.
Gotta give everybody a boss.
Candy
Figured
britches.
puny
That's a
turtle
new
like
one.
you'd find a rat
Yeah.
to squirm through.
Well, I just dropped my glasses, had to come pick 'em up.
I ain't like you, boy. I ain't stupid.
Stupid.
You're unconscious. Me and my boys paid a visit to your hideout and found all them clockwork parts.
Uh-oh.
Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio
I mean,
was
hey,
willing to plunk down
he's
a
not
good
stupid.
ransom
Yeah.
for the whole lot. I even threw in the talons.
You sold all the clockwork parts? Arpeggio has them all?
I wouldn't expect one of your kind to understand the finer points of commerce. You turtles are too stupid to know a woodcutter from a woodchuck.
Well, I think you were talking earlier about the dangers of having all of the clockwork parts with us.
Because even if
There you go.
even if Sly and the gang had them all, it's still going to be a problem
On my
potentially.
command.
I hear ya.
Prepare yourself, Bison. En garde.
Okay, Walnut. Get ready for a smushing.
Call out which lever I should pull.
Logs!
How's that?
Sizzle his gizzle.
So yeah, this is a bit of a unique way to do a boss fight. But
Yeah.
you do have to be careful.
Logs! Logs away!
Yep.
Blades! Blades!
10-4.
Sizzle his gizzle.
Come on in here, boys. Let's get this varmint.
Logs! Logs!
Yeah, it's circle for logs, triangle for saw blades, and square for flames. And once again, he keeps sending in minions, even though the only thing they can really do is give me more health.
Huh. That's handy. Reminds me of the opposite of finding the elite pirate, or no, the Omega pirate, where like different space pirates show up between phases.
Those guys are actually a threat, mostly because they're
Yeah.
elemental pirates. That
Unless they're the ice
are only-
ones.
Blades!
Yeah.
Well, and you're not playing a version that nerfed the ability to destroy them with a missile.
Dynamite, turtle.
Uh-oh. This makes me want to... oh, it was on the tip of my tongue. Oh, yeah, it makes me want to play the game Bing. Oh, Bentley is dead.
Looks like I'm tough.
Yep.
Then you are clever.
Blades! Blades!
Come out, boys. Let's get to killing.
I think I actually hit his health threshold to get that line before, but it didn't give it to me because I died at the same time.
10-4.
I remember, was it Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets game? If you lose to the final boss, he like has a monologue. Oh,
Tarnation. I've been done in by some
Done.
four-eyed turtle. Times have changed.
once again, brains triumph over brawn.
Good job, little buddy. That was some fast thinking.
Don't forget about me.
You did a great job opening that door, Murray.
Thanks.
Attention, John Bison. Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Wow, that's a lot of
Okay,
heads up.
enough patting ourselves on the back. If we're going to get the clockwork parts back,
That guy,
we need to
the
get
only
on
thing
to
I
that
can imagine
blimp.
is the squeaky voiced
Silo
teen
battery
in The
isn't
Simpsons.
Yeah, I think of the squeaky
Mr.
voice moose.
Topopopoulos, I dropped the taco in the deep fryer again. Ow! Ow!
Shake a leg. That blimp's on its way.
Man, cleaning a deep fryer is not fun. A lot of breadcrumbs, a lot of oil, a lot of pinchy parts.
Yeesh.
Yeah. Taco Bell. I'm just disappointed it wasn't until recently they finally started to have a policy where you can have most things grilled if you want. Because when they grill it, it gets really good in the little panini press. Yeah. That thing is very dangerous. At least when I use it.
As we shut ourselves into the Northern Light battery, it became black. For a few long minutes, we just sat there in darkness. No one dared to talk for fear that Jean Bison's men might discover where we were hiding. Time seemed to have stopped. And then, we felt it. We were being lifted up to Arpeggio's blimp. It was all so strange. The focus of all our schemes had been stolen from us. Our clockwork parts were gone. Looking around the inside of the battery, I knew we all felt it. Failure. I was twitchy and ready for action. Any action. Bentley tried to make some sense of the situation by drawing up meaningless plans. But Murray took it the worst.
Oh, poor Murray.
He just sat there sobbing while the team van floated away over the horizon. That van was his life.
Wait,
knew I
how
had
did
to
it
find a
wind
way to
up
make
on
it
a
up to him.
iceberg?
Good question, but it's gone. Bit of a more melancholy feeling at the end of this chapter as we move
Yeah.
into the final arc.
Oh, hey, it's the guy.
Yep. For some reason, Arpeggio was the icon character for the last chapter. But anyways, we'll start the final chapter of the game next time.